I think for me, the two words just go perfectly together, hand in hand: creative and rebellion. Because there's a lot of creativity. Anyway, there's a lot of creative bands in Manchester, whether you're from Manchester or any city now. Jarrow Babies in Scotland. You know, you've got the people like the Moods and the Backhanders and the Joint and those sort of bands in Manchester. No doubt you've got the same bands in London who've got things to say. But the rebellion bit is brilliant because if you think of creativity now, it's kind of thwarted in the industry because with shows like X Factor. There is no creativity. I mean, right, and I always kind of sort of stay away from knocking those that enter X Factor because I don't think it's their fault. I think they're just driven into it from an industry that, you know, I mean, let's face it, when it first started, it's like a guilty pleasure, isn't it? You know, you'll watch it, you like to see people, who doesn't want to see people make fools of themselves? But it actually turns into something quite vile, you know, in the end. I mean, when they ship them off in the end, don't they, to some ranch type / villa or on a yacht the size of a cross-channel ferry, do you know what I mean? And then you'll get a girl or a lad there saying, oh, I'm so desperate to win, I don't want to go back to selling shoes. Well, maybe you might have to sell shoes, you know what I mean? And it's that sort of, it's that notion that they feed into them that, you know, it's not all right to sell shoes. Yeah, it is. People do that. I've worked on building sites. I've worked in shops and done stuff, you know. I don't want to sell shoes, and they're so desperate, and then you're breaking people's hearts when they don't get it. Maybe you're just not good enough, you know what I mean? But there is no creativity in that. You never see someone on X Factor who says, I've just wrote this song, what do you think of it? And they'll play it. Yeah, that's and then they vote on how good the song is. It's always cover versions. Invariably not great songs that they cover anyway, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. And I just think, I think that's one of the big issues, and I think people think it's too easy to have a shortcut now to fame. Depends what you want, really. I mean, fame's a fickle thing. I mean, you know, if that's all you want, you know, to be famous, then be a serial killer. Do you know what I mean? Or be if that's all you want, then, you know, be a serial killer. You know, if you're just so desperate to be on social media and have 100, you know, 1 million followers or whatever, or be in the newspapers, then do something absolutely ridiculous. I'm not in any way advocating people go out and be serial killers. What I'm saying is, it's fucking nonsense, you know, you just want these people to
You get plenty of fan mail though, don't you, if you do that? Because I saw something the other week, Peter Sutcliffe gets about 60 odd email messages a day or something,
Dennis
you know.
Wilson gets a lot, yeah.